Hey everybody, it's Curly Dominican, and I don't know what to tell you guys about this video. I have attempted to make this video at least 6 times, and each time, because I'm a perfectionist, I just fuss and I'm like, I don't like it, or it'll be something small like at the beginning or in the end or the middle when I'm reviewing it. So I said I'm just gonna do it the best way I can, because it really doesn't make sense, because I've had this box now, I don't know, like 2 months, and I haven't opened any of the stuff because I haven't done a video yet. So that, and I just have Goo Gobs of stuff. So it's the natural curlBOX. This box has given me more trouble trying to film because I'm just trying to be a perfectionist. I don't know. So of course we get our pamphlet. Now if you missed this one, it says here that they're gonna do another one. When? I don't know. I've heard here say that it would be in February, so I'll be keeping my eyes and ears peeled in February. Of course, this box was a little different from all the others. The first thing was you could buy the box without necessarily being a regular curlBOX subscriber, so I thought it was nice that it was open to the general public. I'm gonna address the comments that I was hearing from other people, because I had a lot of people call me saying, well, what was in your natural box? Because I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't think it was worth the money. I'm going to address that towards the end of the video, because I have my own 2 cents just like everybody else. So she talks about pretty much everything as usual that's going to be in the box, in the pamphlet. So I'm going to get into what's in there. Some of the stuff, like the curls, I've heard of that before, but some of these brands are completely foreign to me. So let's get into it. The first one I'm going to do is, because it needs to go back in the fridge ASAP, is by Heritage. This is a cleansing clay, and this is what it looks like. It looks totally gross, but it smells so good. Now see, this is the type of, this has a citrusy base to it to me. So I want to use this first, especially since it has to go in the fridge, because if you, I don't know how well y'all can see those ingredients, but nothing up here is synthetic. Everything in here is natural. So without preservatives, but it has to go in the fridge or it'll rot. Now, the next brand, I've never heard of this before, and this is apparently a luxe brand, because I do get online and look up all the little websites for the stuff that comes in my box. This is by Doris, New York. This is a mud mineral pack treatment. Now, I've heard you have to have an easy hand with this, not to be heavy-handed with this, so that's going to be a challenge for me, because I'm heavy-handed sometimes when it comes to products. And it smells minty, so I'm excited to try this. I have a couple of different like clays and muds under my sink, but I just haven't gotten around to using them. Of course, we get our coupons and stuff. One was for Beautiful, and this one is for A New Essentials, one of the brands that's in my bag. And I'm going to stick with the same line. Another item from Doris, New York. This is the leave-in conditioner. And it smells like something I cannot identify. And I'm always fussing about how smells are important to me. But yet I can't tell you what this smells like. Go figure. This is $18 if you buy a full size. So that's what I'm saying. And this is $25. So that's leading up to those comments I'm going to address towards the end of my video. And this is also from Doris, New York. This is the olive oil. And I would say that this is like maybe like a moisturizer. I can't tell you what this smells like, but this smells like something I used when my hair was relaxed. It smells good though. Kind of like it does have a slight citrus undertone. But I'll be using this. We'll see. The next item is from that little card I held up earlier, the A New Essentials. This is her Soft Set Gel. I don't know if my lighting is too bright where it might be washing it out where you guys can't see it. This smells sweet, very fragrant, almost like a combination of some sort of a flower and something else. The next item is a brand I'm very familiar with. This is the Cashmere Curl Jelly by Curls. I'm sure we've all heard of them, or maybe even tried them for that matter. There are always samples at the events that I go to by that company. The next item is Shea Radiance, which this is a brand I've gotten something before from curlBOX. This is the moisturizing hair milk with shea butter. And they've had a booth at a couple of events that I've gone to. And I believe this is sold in Target, if my memory serves me correctly. And this has that raw, earthy smell. Which there are only a few things I could do that with. Henna's one of them. The next item is a company. Actually, I have a slumber cap by them. And I believe I have something from a previous curlBOX. This is Blended Beauty Curl Styling Butter. I can't tell you what it smells like. It smells like something that you would use on a baby, kind of. At least that's what I'm thinking. 2 more to go. The next one is by Coils by Nature. This is their Replenishing Hair and Body Oil. I can't quite place it. It smells good. But it has a good earthy organic smell. A lot of the more like natural, no synthetic type of stuff, it has a raw, in your face, earthy type of scent. And some people aren't used to that. Most people have to have something very fragrant when they're styling their hair. The last item is by Hydrothermal Naturals. And this is the Amino Plus Protein Deep Conditioning Treatment. And if you are a curlBOX subscriber lately, I've been getting emails about like curlBOX Partner where you can get, you know, a discount when you go on their website when you use the little code. Candy. It reminds me of like a sweet tart almost. So that was everything that was in my box. And I made it through the video, finally. And I don't think I'm going to reshoot, so what you see is what you get. Now this is what I want to address. The comments that I was hearing, because as soon as I got my box, you know, everybody was texting me and hitting me up, wanting to know, you know, on Instagram, like, why haven't I seen a picture, all that stuff. I heard a lot of people saying they felt like the cost of the box was too high for the type of products you got. Now, you only saw one full-size item in my video. All the rest of these are deluxe samples. And that's something people are not keeping in mind when you are getting samples from a luxe brand like this one. The deluxe samples aren't going to be cheap. So you do get what you pay for. And the typical curlBOX only has, what is it, 5, 7 items? No, 5. That's a shame. I've had so many of these and I can't tell you how many come in the box. But what I'm getting to is the box was $40. You know, no shipping as usual. Now, this was $25 by itself. So that's a little over half the cost of the box. And then you had 2 other deluxe samples from that same brand. And then all natural products cost more because they cannot be, they cannot be mass produced because they make it in batches. It spoils. So that's part of why it's so expensive. I have some stuff upstairs that's all natural, and I paid for it. I paid a lot more for that than I would have something that I'm not going to throw any brands out there because I feel like that's throwing somebody under the bus. But there are some brands I bought that are not synthetic that cost way less. That's just what it is. So I feel like for you to get all these samples, and some of these samples work really well for somebody who's in that like TWA phase, you know, growing it out. Whereas somebody like me, this is something like this conditioner, this Hydrothermal Naturals. I'll probably get one application out of this because I have so much hair. So I don't think the box costs too much because, one, if you weren't a subscriber, you got to get a box. It was the same thing as when you sign up for the list, first come, first serve. So it was the same aspect with this. And then, you know, like I said, you get what you pay for. All natural products do cost more. If you go in the store and try to pick out a brand that has very little to no, synthetic ingredients, you're going to pay more. If you get something, not to say that there aren't products out there that aren't expensive that contain a boatload of synthetic ingredients, but I just got tired of hearing people complaining. I'm like, you know, it's a choice to buy it. You don't have to buy it. So, but you want to buy it. You know you do. That's why you did it. Don't complain. So, that was my 2 cents on what I thought of the natural box in terms of cost and what was received, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was it 8 products, 9 products, something like that. So why fuss? So I'm gonna try to review these to the best of my ability. It's harder to review things when you don't have a full bottle, because then you can't do it more than once and then make that. You know, sometimes it's like 3 strikes, you're out. Try it 3 times, you don't like it, and go in the swap pile. So I will see you guys out there. Check my blog. I'm gonna review these individually because there's so many of them. You know, my blog is curlycubeminican.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter, CubeMinnicanCurl. Find me on like me on Facebook, Curly Cube Dominican. And I will see you guys next time.